The queens gather in the workroom for their third episode. They read Milo's mirror message with sad expressions as Bendy grabs a stool and starts wiping the mirror clean.
It's a new day in the workroom, and it's sad to see Prime trade beef leave. But that's the way of the game, and I cannot wait for more of these busted-ass queens to go home.
The 10 remaining queens gather and congratulate Spider-Punk for winning the last challenge. He thanks them. They also congratulate Bendy for staying, and he thanks them, turning the topic to what the next challenge will be. Heathcliff hopes for design. Wheatley is praying for comedy while Megamind says he's open for improv or an advert. Spider-Punk says he's ready to get out of his comfort zone and wants to try a runway. Asta scoffs and says he hopes he's packed. Just before Spider-Punk can ask what Asta means, the monitor comes alive. Good day, my fabulous top 10. The UK is known for charity and poetry, and here at Cartoon Drag Race UK, we're putting these two together for a most exciting challenge. Now get ready to save the queens.
Save the queens. Oh, these bitches need saving all right. Some of them walking around with lace fronts holding on for dear life. I'm no stranger to heroics.
But before that, let's have our mini challenge. For the mini challenge, the queens will do a photo shoot for one of our partners, Tricolor Cosmetics. You have 15 minutes to get into quick drag with makeup courtesy of our partner and sponsor for this week. Please welcome Tricolor's CEO, Francis Bonifoy.
Oh, trust and believe. This mini challenge was made for me. I can't wait to see the looks on everyone's faces when
Mr. Bean wins the mini challenge. A jolly good day to you, my queens. For this week's challenge, the 10 of you will divide into 3 teams to write verses for Save a Queen, a parody of charity advertisements, where you will choose your favorite pork chops and early outs from the other CDR series out there to write a moving plea for humanity. This challenge was inspired by a great act of drag generosity I beheld the other night watching a certain late-night show. But before that, let's group up first. Mr. Bean, as the mini-challenge winner, you get to choose your team. Please pick 3 of your sisters to be your teammates.
Well, Art, I think this will be a very difficult decision because all of these queens are... Oh, who am I kidding? I picked the Phantom, Megamind and Spider-Punk. I'm sure the remaining 6 of them already know who they want as teams, so I'll be nice and group up Phoenix, Asta and Heathcliff together, which leaves Roll Cake, Wheatley and Bendy. So much bother goes on when a queen decides to be shady with their mini-challenge privileges. I'm not in the mood to get my jokes stolen. Get lifted up during a lip sync or to get sprayed in the face with perfume, thank you very much.
Well then, all that's left to say is good luck. Now I will leave you queens to decide whom you will be roasting for this challenge. Good luck, and don't fuck it up. You have 2 hours to come up with some lines for the queen of your choice, and then you will proceed to the recording studio to record your lines and act in the music video. The Pretty Boy Alliance settles down, and Asta immediately declares they'll do Palutena from Cartoon Drag Race Season 11, and they discuss how they will best read her to filth with their advert. Phoenix suggests leaning fully onto pork chop jokes, while Heathcliff urges caution and tells them they have to come up with other jokes as they will get stale fast. Asta says Heathcliff's idea is better. Phoenix tries to argue, but Asta says, "Shut up, Lavender." Phoenix is gagged.
Lavender, the nerve, the cheek, the gall, the audacity and the gumption.
The Kumbaya Club settle down and get to work. Bendy tells them he thinks their group is the funniest and that they should do a funny pork chop like Sid the Sloth. Wheatley thanks him for and says this win will be theirs for sure if they plan it out carefully. Roll Cake thinks they should just make the video be all about bashing Sid's head in, to which Wheatley mildly suggests not doing. Bendy tells Roll Cake it would be better to bash Sid metaphorically with good lines. Roll Cake thinks about this and agrees. The Aunties Anonymous discuss their choice, which is Ione from Philippines 1 and Versus the World. Mr. Bean tells Spider-Punk that picking Ione was a good idea, and he already has many ideas on how to read her down. Spider-Punk tells them nothing is off limits as long as it's delivered right. Megamind says he's prepared to do everything if it means getting a challenge win and impressing Lola. The Phantom rolls his eyes and says Lola needs to be taken down a peg based on what he reads. On Twitter,
"Frankly, I'm not entirely impressed. She reminds me of a certain diva back in Paris. I think a falling staggerlight cowled set her on the right path.
After planning, the queens proceed to record their verses, with Queen of Hearts overseeing the recording. She gives tips to the queens on enunciation and oratory.
Miss Queenie Lee Miller is really letting us have it straight up. No bullshitting around. I think it's for the best. I want to know if I did good or not instead of getting jump scared by a bottom placement.
I'm feeling confident because of how smoothly my lines went with the queen. It's time to show these kumbaya grandmas I'm no mannequin queen.
It's time Astrietti got knocked down a peg or two.
Bring it on, bitch, cause I'm not going anywhere soon.
Hello and good evening, beloved fans. It's time for a real good time. No sans. The first of my gigs to pay off better than OnlyFans. How does Miss Piggy do it? Anyway, please welcome our honoured role of judges. First off, no one's saving you from one of her edicts. It's the Queen of Hearts. Now, Queenie, do you believe in charity?
I believe so. That's why I let all these busted-ass queens on Twitter run my name in their mouths, so they can stay relevant.
Splendid. Now, our other main judge, she's the crybaby sweetheart herself, Miss Peppa Pig. Tell us about an experience with donations.
Well, Mr. Kirkland, this one time Suzy Sheep donated her crayons to me. It was really nice.
Did Susie really donate her crayons to you, Peppa?
No, I nicked them when the bitch wasn't looking.
I can't with you. Now for our guest judge. He's the founder of Tricolor Cosmetics and the self-proclaimed pioneer of modern humanism. Please welcome, my dear ex-husband, Francis Bonifoy. To producers, somebody getting fired.
Bonjour, 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 and before that, I was your husband for a very long time, yes? I knew you when you were nothing.
Charming. Anyway, tonight on the runway, it's the lady.
Oh, Arthur, how could you? Now these men and beasts will be exposed for being most unladylike.
Megamind and the Phantom slayed the runway. Bendy, Asta, Spider-Punk and Heathcliff had a great runway. Roll Cake Cookie, Mr. Bean, Wheatley and Phoenix had a good runway. Amazing runways, my queens. And now, for the piece de resistance, let us have the viewing of your Save a Queen advertisements.
Save a queen, gone but not forgotten. The judges did her rotten, saw shade away before her time. Save a queen.
Poor Sid the Sloth. They sent her off to La Brea. You could find her in the tar pits, plugging pine cones in her rear area. She toured all the world. In her prime, she was a gem. Now she's eating applesauce with her friend FGM.
Sid the Sloth was a feisty, furry diva, whose jokes were great, but her runways were caca. She thought she would slay, because the bitch felt cute, but then got outdressed and she got the boot. Now she got gutted, set on fire, fried. She didn't. Just die, she fossilized. She's rough and saggy like an old rubber tire. I guess it was just time for her to retire.
Sid the Sloth. People say that she's done. She's so old. Her social security number is 1. If she were to fall, not a soul hears the call. Death drop, they said. Now poor Sid is dead.
For just 69 cents a day, you can supply Sid the Sloth with a plate of broccoli.
For a small monthly donation, we can give Sid's family funds for his therapy.
What's that bitch's name again?
Sid the Sloth.
Oh, who?
Save a queen.
Starry-eyed queen with a strong fashion vision, she really thought she could compete with these bitches. She came in with whimsy and knew how to sew, but her few skills couldn't help her. The bitch had to go.
On Versus the World came a chance for revenge, but for love of Lola, I only went out and hinged. She tried her best to hide in the bush, but all she did was land flat on her tush.
Her drag is so crusty, her life's a wreck. Now all this girl needs is a reality check. Sleeping and nooking was cute for a bit, but being a superfan, that don't pay for shit.
So ends the tale of I Only Know Star. Delusion Queen thought she could even go far. Still scouring the streets for Lola's scraps, so please throw a penny at this busted ass rat.
She doesn't need much, just Lola's autograph, and maybe some better drag.
She's just a child, a 312-month-old baby.
With every donation, you'll receive a free pair of noise-cancelling headphones so you can block out that god-awful voice.
The judges did her rotten, saw shade away before her time. Save a queen.
Palutena hails from the Blessed Angel City. Little did she know, her tail would soon get shitty. The strongest runway in all the race, but all we saw was Zelda's face.
Visions of slaying was what she could see, but she was sent packing by a flop CIT. They say every queen has their day. But in the talent show, she just didn't slay.
She modeled and posed on the talent show runway. I mean, damn. She really thought she would Shantae. This goddess of pork chops really got dragged to trash. So reach into your pockets and give her some fucking cash.
Did you know that some drag queens have to know more than just saying a catchphrase?
Every 5 minutes, a drag queen gets her script wet.
Somewhere right now, there's a poor little drag queen crying in Untucked because, well, she did not serve Boom Boom Doll realness.
Save a queen.
Is this song still going on?
Pay a queen. Her only fans ain't popping. And all her pads are rotten. Her meet and greets are empty lies. Save a queen.
Call now and donate just an hour of your time so we could give Courtney the congratulations she needs.
When we reach our donation goal, we'll do these tired queens the ultimate service off putting them on the blacklist with John Talbane.
You can sponsor a drag queen like Gojo by donating a sensible 70%.
That way he can buy a fucking shirt.
I'm Lola, queen of the mother-tucking world, and I approve of this message.
Well done, my queens. Now let the judging commence. Phoenix, Rollcake, Wheatley, Mr. Bean, Heathcliff, and Spiderpunk, you represent the tops and bottoms of the week. The rest of you are safe. Rollcake, your verse was sublimely written and well delivered on that video. I can see this being a breakthrough for you after a few risky placements from the past weeks. Wheatley, your runway once again left us a bit confused and befuddled, and your verse felt robotic. This was a challenge I had expected you to slay unopposed. Mr. Bean, your acting and comedy chops were in full force today. You showed these young queens how it's done. I would say the only thing left to address is this air of control you have that seems to be preventing the fans from seeing the real you. Spiderpunk, my dear, you keep pushing the boundaries and redefining yourself. We could potentially be seeing you in the top for a third week. I also see you're beginning to branch out with your makeup, and that is highly appreciated. We all know from recent events what happens to frontrunners, with even allegations of giving the same face over and over again. Phoenix, tonight on the runway, your lady was most ladylike, but in the advert, you struggled to put your best foot forward. Heathcliff, your inner poet came out today. Good for her. Your verses had that wit and deadpan humor that we've been hoping to see from you. Well done. And now, we have made some important decisions. Heathcliff, you proved the illiteracy allegations wrong, and did Kate Bush proud this week. Rollcake, you served that verse on a platter and made us eat it until there were no crumbs left. Spiderpunk, your rocket trajectory to the top continues for the third week with your acerbic wit and deadpan delivery. Rollcake, congratulations. You are the winner of this week's challenge.
Holy crap! I won a challenge, and a challenge that was tailored for someone like Bendy, Wheatley, and Spiderpunk. Eat it, bitches.
Spiderpunk and Heathcliff, great job this week. You are safe.
I feel happy with me being in the top 3 weeks in a row. I don't believe in history repeating itself for its own sake, but I can believe in matching Cynthia's track record this season.
I think I'm finally cracking the code. I'm getting the positive critiques I've been aiming for this week. Now maybe next week I'll finally get the win. Poor Phoenix though. He really thought he slayed this challenge in runway.
Unfortunately, Wheatley, Phoenix, and Mr. Bean, this means you are the bottoms of the week.
Here we are again. I'm very nervous, but I don't think either of these queens are lip syncers. Perhaps I still have a chance
Oh my god. Can you believe this shite? Me, in the bottom with the ball and the old man in a dress. This is rigged. Embarrassing.
So much for a Thesasha Colby trajectory. Time to show these girls' mother did not come to play top or bottom.
Mr. Bean, you are safe.
Cut the cameras. Dead end.
Wheatley and Phoenix. I am sorry, my dears, but you are up for elimination. Prior to tonight, you were asked to prepare a lip-sync performance to Number 1 by Pablo Vittar. This is your last chance to state your case and convince me to spare you the gallows. Now good luck, and don't fuck it up.
Phoenix is performing the house down with sultry splits and turns, but Wheatley's screensaver lips are nailing every word in a dominant park and bark. Or is it float and bark?
Phoenix is performing, but it's starting to be a bit too much. He's obviously scared of getting sent home by Wheatley. Go Wheatley, I say.
When I lip sync, it's a hell of a good time. I'm setting this main stage on fire.
I can't believe it. That damn ball just pulled out a robotic stick arm to point at his virtual mouth as he nailed the verses.
I want the judges to see every word that comes out of my mouth as if I was Pablo Vittar herself.
Wheatley had a good lip sync. Phoenix flopped the lip sync. Ladies, I've made my decision. Wheatley, shan't you stay? Phoenix, your hot-handed runways and burning passion for your drag made you our season's shining star. And though this competition ended up throwing you a curveball, still, you will rise from the ashes better than before. Now, sashay away.
Well, you got one damn thing right. I'm a star. Bye.
This is Untucked. The Queens congratulate Roll Cake for winning the challenge, and Wheatley for surviving another lip sync. They thank them and take their rest on the couches. Phantom asks Asta how's the Pretty Boy Alliance going. Asta says they're better off, cutting Phoenix as he was the flopander of the Alliance. Megamind reminds him that Georgette was cut after Lovander and asks if he's sure he likes that analogy. Asta scoffs and says the Pretty Boy Alliance doesn't need sabotage and drama like the French girls do. Heathcliff agrees and says they both have top placements and won't be going anywhere soon. Spiderpunk chimes in, saying don't believe in track records, but Asta cuts him off asking if he believes in mouthwash. The Queens gag.
I'm honestly sick and tired of this washed-up hobo trying to act like he's the Gandalf the Gay of Dread.
Girl, act a fool, girl. Pegasus, come get your daughter before I shove his makeup brush up her ass.
Bendy tells the girls to calm down and just let them take in the peace of the lounge. Phantom shrugs and says the night holds some comfort for them, but that a new challenge is coming to throw them all out of kilter. They nod and continue drinking and bonding.